Thank you, thank you, thank you. Back again for a couple of minutes of mirth and merriment, or as I like to call it, anything to alleviate the boredom. Roll the intro. What's happening? We're back. Check it out. Cut my own hair yesterday. Ooh, I felt it. Ooh, I thought I had a splinter then. Okay, so we got a couple of really heartwarming stories this afternoon, and one that'll make your hair curl. So let's get on with it. Okay, here we go. Story number one. As the UK continues adjusting to life in lockdown, Brits are missing many things from the pre-coronavirus world. Seeing friends, going out for a meal, having a pint, they're all high on most people's lists. But there's another thing many are craving: sex. So it's hardly surprising that sex toy companies have seen a spike in online orders, with many reporting sales that have almost doubled since lockdown began. Silver and James Pearson, who run Olivia Ocean, say their team are working harder than ever to get the increased number of deliveries out to customers, which ensures they're staying safe by social distancing. Everybody's at home and they've got a lot of spare time on their hands. We're only human, everybody's just a bit randy, let's be honest. In the first week alone, their sales increased by 38%, and they're expecting it to hit 50% by the weekend. They would normally send out 1,500 a day from their Harrogate office, but last week they were sending out close to 5,000. Doesn't actually say 5,000 what? Think we can guess. One local vicar felt the heat while recording his first virtual service, after accidentally setting his arm on fire with a church candle. Simon Beach, 61, vicar of St Budo Parish Church in Plymouth, was not harmed during the mishap and was able to see the funny side, posting the outtake online. In the video, Mr Beach is seen leaning in to deliver the final part of his sermon before exclaiming calmly, "Oh dear, I've just caught fire." He said he'd been teased by fellow vicars who joked about being on fire for Jesus and telling him that he should have waited for Pentecost. People have laughed and laughed, really. Let's take a look.
Well, welcome back to the last part of our online worship experience from St Budo Parish Church. The last section we call waiting, and it's a great thing to pause in the presence of God and to ask the question, Lord God, what are you saying to us? And then, of course, to wait for an answer. I've just been pausing between these. Oh dear, I just caught fire. Oh my word.
As far as retirement gifts go, a ride in a £70 million fighter jet is right up there as one of the most memorable, especially if you pull the ejector seat partway through your flight. That's exactly what happened to 64-year-old Frenchman who was sent up in a Rafale B at an airbase in Saint-Dizier, northwestern France, despite the fact that he'd never expressed a desire to take part in a flight like this, according to an incident report. As the plane started a sudden and rapid descent, he gripped on for dear life to the ejector seat lever. At 2,500 feet, he shot out of the top of the plane at high speed, losing his helmet in the process before landing with minor injuries in a field near the German border. A report by the Bureau of Inquiry and Analysis in Paris also found that it was only by good fortune that the pilot had also not been ejected as a result. Talk about a close call. And my last story, and one of the most heartwarming stories I've come across in years. War veteran Tom Moore. Captain Tom was determined to complete a challenge ahead of his 100th birthday at the end of the month, and first launched a fundraising page with a modest target of £1,000. However, the 99-year-old's heartwarming story quickly spread across the local community, with donations beginning to flood in from people across the country. Mr Moore has been praised for his efforts and has been hailed as an inspiration by many, with even the Health Secretary Matt Hancock paying tribute to him during a recent Downing Street press conference. The Cabinet Minister said, "Captain Tom, you're an inspiration to us all, and we thank you." Captain Tom went from trying to raise £1,000 to raising well over 12 million. What an event. What an amazing man. Well done, Captain Tom. Well, that's your lot for this week. Don't forget to like this video and click the subscribe button. It's somewhere down there. Stay safe, wash your hands, and I'll see you lot in the next video. As far as retirement gifts go, a ride in a £70 million fighter jet is blah, blah, blah.